Hang on, more people are coming in. Yeah, that's why I always give a couple more minutes, because it's inevitable that people will join in. All right, now I'm going to have to mute everybody again. Okay. Whoops. All right. Okay. I accidentally clicked something that I didn't want to click, and trying to, hang on one second here. Let me go ahead and fix this screen. I think I was trying to mute people, and I accidentally turned off the screen where I'm sharing. So hang on one second here, guys. I'm really, really sorry. If anybody knows how to do it real quick. Let's see. Okay. All right. Figured it out. I don't know. You know what? Sometimes I say to myself, I just figure something out just like by accident. I don't even know how, how to, some of this technical stuff is just, it's too much beyond me. If you know how that goes, if you accidentally click on something and all of a sudden the screen that you recognize, you don't recognize it anymore. So anyway, all right. So welcome everybody to the class. Essential oil basics is the topic for today. I actually enjoyed it. So I'm going to talk some very basic facts and things about essential oils. First of all, for those who might not know, what is an essential oil? I think this is probably one of the most beautiful topics, actually. What are they, right? So we use things that are naturally occurring in nature, created by God. And why? Why are these things created? Well, the neat thing about essential oils is they're the protection. They're oftentimes the immune system of the plant, right? They've got beautiful smells for reasons. It attracts, whether it be a pollinator. So they're for pollination. They're for protection. They give so many benefits to the plants that actually have the various essential oils. It's actually a beautiful thing when you go into maybe a particular oil, like maybe Arbor Vitae, and you find out, what is the purpose of that oil in the plant, or the tree in that particular case. One of the neat things about that particular oil, the tree that it's from, it's found in Canada, and it's actually, they dub it as the tree of life. Well, why? The reason that it's called the tree of life is because it lives so long. And the reason that it lives so long is because it doesn't get bombarded by a lot of the environmental threats. And it's because of that essential oil that it actually wards off different pests and things like that. So that particular tree actually lives a very long time. And so it's kind of really neat. And it's really neat also the way that we get these oils from these particular trees, or plants or flowers or roots or stems or the bark. It's really, really neat to learn the different distillation. Not only that, is how doTERRA actually obtains the raw materials, such as in the Arbor Vitae, or the tree of life. They actually, what doTERRA does is they come in and they take all of the scrap, all of what the logging industry would actually be throwing away. And this is where the essential oils are actually found. And so, we're able to, it's a very, not only is it sustainable, but it's also a very ethical practice, because they're using a material that would otherwise have been thrown away. And a lot can be said about a lot of the other, the other essential oils that doTERRA does obtain from around the world. And we can talk about that another time. But What is an essential oil? It is an oil that comes from the roots, the leaves, the flowers, the stems, the barks, the seeds, the resin of plants and trees and fruits, etc. So they're volatile. Okay, a volatile oil, what does that mean? It means that they change their state very quickly. Okay, like if you put a drop of lemon in the palm of your hand, and I know whenever I do it, I know that drop goes in the palm of my hand, I got to use it very quickly, right? Because it changes its state very quickly, right? And it will dissipate in the air very quickly. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to talk about carrier oils this morning. So anyway, like I say, volatile oil, the physical and the chemical properties of that aromatic compound allow them to quickly move through the air and directly interact with the olfactory sensors in the nose. Okay, so it happens very quick. Okay, all right. How do we use essential oils? There are several ways to use them, right? The first way, this is probably my favorite way, is diffusing. Absolutely love the diffuser. Everybody knows that. I'm always talking about different diffuser blends. I'm always finding some kind of fun way, to just to kind of mix things up. Like this morning, when I filled up my diffuser, I put in a couple drops of geranium, 2 to be exact. I put in 2 drops of citrus, and I put 3 drops of lemon. Very similar to what you see actually on this picture here, except I didn't use grapefruit, I used cypress instead. And beautiful, beautiful smells, right? And so as far as I'm concerned, surrounding yourself with beautiful smells, it actually uplifts your spirit. It smells have a very big impact, much bigger than we might even think. All right, so here we go. 3 to 4 drops. I usually put 4 to 6 drops in my diffuser. Another thing too is there are things called warmers. Now, doTERRA sells something called a humidifier, but doTERRA's humidifier, you can use essential oils in, but there are things called warmers and humidifiers. A warmer is like you have that little tray, and sometimes you put like the little, I don't know, it might be, and I used to use this all the time. I used to buy this big bottles of, I don't even know what it was. I used to buy it from Walmart, and it would have different smells. You could get citrus, or you could get flowers, or you can get cinnamon smells, and you put that in the warmer, you put your little candle underneath, and it makes that smell come into the room. That is very harmful, actually, because when you think about what's in there, that's where the problem lies. The beautiful thing about diffusing doTERRA essential oils is because you know what's in there. It's pure, it's free from contaminants. All right, another way that you can get a benefit from the essential oils is simply by opening the bottle and smelling it. Okay, so that is the very easiest and actually the quickest ways that essential oils actually could help you and benefit you. All right, you can put a drop in your hand, rub your hands together, and inhale deeply like that. Okay, just be very careful not to get it in your eyes. Essential oils in the eyes you will know that you got the oil in your eyes, so you don't want to do that. Another way that you can do it, and this is a way that I've been using a lot more, is using little spray bottles. Perfume, it can actually be a perfume. I use oils as a perfume. Like today, my perfume is Motivate. Okay, that's the perfume of today. Tomorrow it might be Rose. So I use a different perfume every single day. Absolutely love it. Love the smell. It does good things. Like I say, again, for the nervous system, for your brain health. Another way is to ingest. So this morning I was taking my supplements, which of course are Lifelong Vitality. I was taking all my supplements, and I have a big, it's my water bottle. And I put a drop of lemongrass. Lemongrass is one of the most versatile and cheap oils that you can actually buy. It's good for so many things. We're going to talk just a little bit about lemongrass a little bit later, but lemongrass in my water, of course, I stirred it around, because if that lemongrass, if you take a big swallow of just, lemongrass, even if it's, like one drop, that's all I put in was one drop. But it can burn your lips a little bit. Yeah, in other words, that it's in your mouth, right? So stir it around, it kind of breaks up that drop so you're not getting too much. Or what a lot of people do is they'll have like a little shot glass and they put the drop in it, fill it up with water, and just one gulp, down the hatch. And so that's also another easy way. I'm going to talk about another way to get these oils into your body. You can drop it under your tongue. That is a very fast and effective way to get the oils into your blood system very quickly. It's called the sublingual method of delivery. You've got arteries that run down under there. And so when you put it under your tongue, it immediately diffuses into the arterial blood supply. So it's a very fast way to get it into the rest of your body. All right. One thing that I do want to say, though, on the ingestion is to be careful with how much you're using. Okay. I know some people that they, if maybe the directions might say 1 to 3 drops. And they're like, well, if 3 drops is good, then 6 drops is better. No, that's not the case. Don't overdose yourself. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that there's going to be all kinds of negative reactions or things like that. I don't know. But I'm just saying you don't need any more than 3 drops at a time. Okay. So it's not more is better. Okay. So just take that in mind. Just, we're not just opening up the bottle and just, pouring it into our mouth, right? Okay. All right. Topical. Now, this is a way that a lot of people might not, really think. It took me a while to really appreciate the topical use of essential oils, in particular roller bottles. Now I absolutely love roller bottles. I absolutely love the doTERRA Touch collection. And I make roller bottles all the time. I'm always giving them out. Lemongrass by far being the most popular roller bottle I ever give out. Why? Because it's very good for high blood pressure. And we're going to talk a little bit about lemongrass for high blood pressure in just a minute. But topical. So you can apply on location, whether it's neat or whether it's diluted. Okay, and that depends upon the oil and the usage. Neat means that it is straight oil. Okay, in other words, if you just open up a bottle of oil, maybe it says peppermint, and you open up that bottle and it's just peppermint, not peppermint touch, but peppermint. You open up that bottle, that is neat, straight oil. Okay, some people, if you put that on your skin, some people can definitely have a reaction because it is very powerful. Okay, so you got to be very careful. So sometimes it needs to be diluted. I'm going to talk about the dilution here in just a few minutes. But if you do want to put it on neat, if you don't know that you have a sensitivity, just put it on, maybe a small little portion of your skin, something that's not like, like on your face or wherever, and just try it and see how you react to it. Or this is what a lot of people do. I'm not really big on this particular method of delivery, but a lot of people use the bottom of your feet. Okay. Now, if anybody that's on here, and I'm sure that Francis would probably have something to say about applying oil to the bottom of your feet. If you can maybe say a few things at the end of this class, I'm sorry. But I just don't really use that mode of delivery very often. All right. Okay, so this is a very, very good way to ingest your oils. Okay, you don't have to worry about them burning your lips. You don't have to worry about maybe, your water, maybe you don't want that taste in your water, whatever it might be. Or maybe you're using a hot oil like oregano. Oregano is a very powerful, powerful oil. Clove as well. So you just have to be really careful with some oils. And you know, all you have to do is just look it up, and it'll say, you know, that it's a hot oil, or that you know, to dilute it if you're using it, you know, in that particular way. So anyway, some essential oils are safe for internal use. Make sure you check the bottle. Okay, the bottle will say supplement facts if it's safe to take internally. It will say supplement facts. Okay, so how do you use a veggie cap? If you don't know how to use a veggie cap, it is super, super easy. You can buy these from doTERRA. They cost it's very cheap. I think you get like what, 300, how many is it? Oh, it's 160, I'm sorry. 160 capsules in there, and they last you forever, all right? And they're pretty cheap. You just open it up, you drop in the drops that you want of whatever oils that you want. Oftentimes I might do a flu balm. One of my kids will come over and say, Mom, I'm feeling some kind of a way. Could you make me a flu balm? And I'll, you know, line up all the oils and the oregano and the, well, I used to use the melaleuca, but I don't use that now. On Guard, lemon, whatever the oils that you might put in there. And those would be dependent upon whatever that recipe, you know, you might want. If it's for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, you might be putting lemon, you might be putting lemongrass, marjoram. You know, there's all kinds of oils for all different kinds of usages. All right. So let's talk just a little bit about fractionated coconut oil. Now, I always call this FCO. All right. It's a fantastic product, and it has so many uses. Okay. The reason that it calls fractionated coconut oil, fractionated just means that the long fatty acids are removed. Okay, so it's no longer solid at room temperature. Okay, so it's a very, it lasts forever. Okay, in other words, it's not, it's something that lasts for a long time in your home. Okay, so it doesn't smell, it doesn't leave an oily residue, it doesn't stain clothing. Okay, so I know I've been asked those questions a lot. You know, would it leave a stain or whatever? Does not stain clothing. It's the smell is very neutral, and so anyway, you can actually, like I did this morning. I prepped the skin with FCO. In particular, I was putting oils on my you know, on my legs, my ankles, and so I prepped the skin with the FCO. Then I put on my essential oils. Like this morning, I put in cypress and lemon. Very good for circulation. So it actually makes the essential oil more productive for us. Okay. So anyway, it's very, very good for your hair too. You know, you can put it on the ends of your hair, helps to rehydrate. It's also very good for moisture. Okay. So it adds moisture without adding grease. Okay. It's good for a makeup remover. You know, you can actually make your own, you know, if you wanted to add, you know, a drop of, you know, lavender or whatever you might want to, you know, but there are no chemicals or none of that crazy things, right? It's good for your cuticles. It's so good for so many different things. Very good for your feet. I know, you know, a lot of us were always, you know, worried about our feet, whatever. Very, very good for the skin on your feet. Okay. Especially if you add other oils in there. Again, it's not oily, doesn't stain. Very good for massage because it doesn't like essential oils. If you just put the essential oils on the skin, they absorb so quickly. But if you put the fractionated coconut oil, it allows more of a surface area. Okay, so like let's say you have a deep blue, you prep your skin with your FCO, put on a few drops of deep blue, and then give a good massage in that way. All right. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, it's good for leather. I'm not really going to talk about that, but yeah, it's good for leather, good for wood, good for polishing. Here it says good for car interiors as well. All right, now just a little bit of safety. Okay, So avoid applying the oils on those sensitive areas, whether it's the nose, the ears, or the eyes. Okay, now there are some protocols for those areas, but you got to be very, very careful. In other words, you're just not going to open up indiscriminately any essential oils, put them on your, your hands, stick your hands in your ears, your eyes, your nose. You're just not going to do that, right? You're going to want to know what you're doing. You're going to want a protocol. You're going to be able to trust the person who's telling you, what you need to be doing. Just be very, very careful. Avoid using hot oils on the face, okay? What are hot oils? Hot oils, cassia, cinnamon bark, clove, oregano, thyme, peppermint for some people is also in that category. So there are some oils that are classified as hot, okay? Just meaning, and it doesn't mean that it's gonna like burn you, you're gonna get blisters, that type of thing, but it will make it will cause a sensitivity. Maybe not to everybody, all right? I always tell that story. I was mixing some oils for somebody. I think I was making a flu balm for him. And I put some, I think it was clove. And it was either cassia or clove, but I think it was clove. And, as I always do, you might have a little residue on your fingers, and I always rub my hands together and I go right to my neck. I don't know why I always do that, because I just figure, hey, oils are, don't waste them, right? Get them in your neck because they, go in your lymphatic system. Love it, right? Well, I didn't feel anything necessarily, but the lady who I was making the flu bomb, she was like, your neck is getting all red. And I was like, oh my goodness. I went into the bathroom. Sure enough, it was red. It's because of the clove. Clove is a hot oil. So what do? You just take a little bit of FCO, rub it around, and it neutralizes it. All right. So if that ever happens, that's what you use, FCO. If you ever get oils in your eyes, don't use water. Okay. If you get oils in your eyes, just make yourself cry. Let the tears just flush it out. Okay. Some people, they might take a little drop of fractionated coconut oil and put it in there. It's harmful for your eyes, but it will also bind and help to, to get that oil out of your eyes. So always read the label. Okay. Don't ever just assume, anything. Always read the label. The dilution, again, with that fractionated coconut oil is so, so helpful. So if you don't have fractionated coconut oil, grab yourself a bottle, okay? You can purchase it through doTERRA. They sell it, but make sure that you get the pump, because I don't know why the pump doesn't come with it. So you have to also get the pump with the oil. I mean, you don't have to, but it makes it so much easier having that little pump top, right? Be careful with oils that have a sun sensitivity. Those are your citrus oils, okay? And I do have a list. If you want the list, just text me. I'll send you out the list. But just be careful. There are some oils that if you put them on and go out into the sun, that sun is it's going to affect you a lot faster than if you didn't have those oils on, okay? So those, like I say, would be your citrus oils. Now, if you want to use the citrus oils, such as lemon, very, very good for oily skin, just use it the day before you go out in the sun. Don't use it the day of, right? If you're, going to the park or whatever, don't use the oils on that particular day, all right? Store them safely, keep them away from children. That's very, very important. Okay, kids, they want to try things. So that's why you notice that that deep blue and wintergreen has a child safe cap. It's that way for a reason, because those oils can actually be toxic for those kids. Got to be very, very careful. Now, even though some oils don't come with those types of caps, you can actually buy those caps, So if you want any information on that, let me know. I believe Oil Life sells them. doTERRA might have some under the accessories. Always be there with the kids when they're using oils. Now, doTERRA does have a line of children's oils that you can actually put in their hand, and you don't really have to be worried about it. So that's also another option. All righty, where do you buy essential oils? Okay, so this is actually a topic that is, I've asked that question. I've wondered, you know, can I just use oils from Walmart? Can I purchase oils on Amazon? I always tell people, never purchase essential oils on Amazon, okay? It is so easy to take the oil that's in that bottle almost completely out, fill it up with some type of a whatever, some cheap off brand or whatever, and then put on a cap that it looks as though it has never been opened before. Okay, I actually have bottles that I can do that with if I wanted to. Now, I mean, I didn't purchase them for that reason. I purchased them so that way if I need to, maybe somebody wants a smaller amount of, I know I have somebody who used to buy frankincense, and she couldn't afford to get in that big bottle, so I would sell her a smaller bottle. Well, the smaller bottles you could put on that cap and it's untouched, it's unopened, right? So you can do that. And people on Amazon, you know, I mean, that would probably be a very lucrative practice. But I would always discourage buying oils from Amazon. So it might say doTERRA, but that does not necessarily mean that it is doTERRA quality. Okay, so the only way that you could be assured of that is buying them directly from doTERRA. All right. So another thing too is just, you know, the quality of the oils. So if you want essential oils, usually it's because you want to, you know, do healthy things in your body. So you also want to be careful about the contaminated and synthetic oils. That is rampant. Essential oils is big business now. And, you know, the marketers know it, right? And so they're you know, of course, you know, people are just out trying to make a buck. And, you know, so just be careful when you're buying oils from the store, from the health food store. Just because it says pure lemon oil does not make it pure lemon oil, okay? That means what lemon is in there might be pure, but all of the other stuff that's in there, you have no idea. And that's the reason why when you go to the store, just check it out. Just do this. Next time you go to the health food store, next time you go to Walmart or Target or whatever, check out their essential oils. Turn the bottle over and see how it says not for internal use, right? So you have a bottle of lemon that you can't internalize. Something's wrong there. And it's because of what they're putting in the product. So when you want to buy essential oils, there are many, many options, right? So just remember what I'm saying, okay? Does the company provide information about where their oils are from? That's one of the beautiful things about doTERRA. They tell you where it's from. There's actually a little Q code on the bottom. You can actually just take a picture of it with your phone and it will bring something up. You could tap on it and it'll show you everywhere where it came from, the distillation, the date, the time, all of that. It's actually really, really neat. Another thing is, you know, question to ask is, does the company that you're thinking about buying oils from, do they test for adulteration or contamination? Okay, that's one thing that doTERRA does. They test time and time and time again. Does the company use unbiased third-party testing? That's what doTERRA does. Do they share those test results with the public? Another thing that doTERRA does. That's the reason why I love doTERRA, is for these reasons, right? So just by looking at those few things, you can find out a lot about those essential oils, and you can make the decision, you know, whether that's something that you might want to buy or, you know, put it back on the shelf. So remember, the best essential oils are pure, safe, made without synthetic fillers, free from contaminants, and unadulterated. And that's where doTERRA comes in. And that's the reason that I'm absolutely in love with this company. I'm in love with these oils because when I open up the oil, I know what's in it. And boy, do they work unbelievably. So what are the benefits of essential oils? Well, essential oils can relieve headaches. They can help with coughs and colds, muscle soreness, and body pain. They could improve emotional well-being. For example, maybe, you know, some type of stress or just for relaxation. You could use them in your mouth for mouthwash, herbal tinctures, hair and lice treatment. They can be for massage and joint injury. Essential oils are widely used in cosmetic products, right? Now, like I was saying, just because it says, oh, there's lavender in this lotion, that does not mean that it's lavender that's free from contaminants or that it's pure lavender. A lot of times what those lavenders are is there's some type of a synthetic perfume. Okay, so you do have to be really careful. You know, when you see them, you know, being advertised, used in air freshener, you know, that type of thing. But when you take the oils that you can buy from doTERRA and you add them to an unfragranced lotion, okay, now we're talking, right? And doTERRA actually sells an unfragranced lotion that you can add the oils to, and there you go. There's your lotion with your essential oils that you know is pure. All right, so the essential oils benefit guide. Okay, so here's just 5 of maybe some of the top benefits that essential oils are to us, and 5 of the top things that people are looking to be benefited. Maybe pain, maybe immunity. People want to boost their immunity or their mood. Maybe they've got inflammation, which inflammation and pain are very similar to one another, or maybe they want to reduce the stress in their life. Okay, so these are the oils that should always be on hand. You should always have a combination of these oils. You might not have every single one of these oils, but a good combination of these oils is good. I had ginger until my daughter came over and took it from me. I don't have rose, but I do have rose touch. But all the rest of these oils I have, and love these oils. All right, how quickly do essential oils work? Okay, now this to me is just an unbelievably interesting thought, that when you inhale essential oils, within that 22-second time, they're already in your brain, not only in your brain, but are affecting your brain. Okay, whether it's stress, whether it's anxiety, whether it's depression, whatever it might be, those oils are already affecting whatever you're trying to affect in your brain. When you apply them topically before the end of 2 minutes, okay, so what is that, 120 seconds? They can be found in the bloodstream. Okay, now how quickly things move in the bloodstream? At the close of 20 minutes, every single cell, and you have got a lot of them, every single cell will be serviced by those essential oils that you have introduced into your body. Very, very interesting facts. So what do we want to talk about? The 3 probably most widely used oils. Let's just talk about them briefly. Lavender, lemon, and peppermint. So we'll talk about lavender first. What is lavender good for? Stress and anxiety, burns and cuts. It's good for sleep, good for headaches. It improves eczema or acne. It's actually very good for bug bites, any kind of skin condition. Balances blood sugar, and it's an antioxidant protector. Now, lavender is often, you know, stated as like the all things calming oil, right? Calms everything down. It's, you know, it's basically it can be used for, I mean, almost anything. You know, I know somebody who always calls it the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. So it can be used for so much. Okay, it's been used for centuries. Okay, now at first this was not the oil that, you know, I was always, you know, attracted to. It wasn't. But I have over time, I have learned to absolutely love it. Now I use it all the time. Like this morning when I got out of the shower, I took tea tree and lavender in the palms of my hands, and I just rubbed it all over my scalp. Sometimes I get like, not psoriasis. I used to get psoriasis until I started using tea tree. But anyway, it's very good for skin, for your scalp. So as you can see, it's just all things calming. Okay. So after I'm done talking, I would like to hear how others are using lavender. Okay, outside of some of the ways that I just said. How are you using lavender? All right, let's talk about peppermint. Peppermint is just so powerful, right? We all know how powerful it is. Just a drop is just so powerful. You could rub it on your stomach. You could put it in a shake. You can put it in lemon water for, it's very good for the mouth, very good for your digestive system. A lot of people use it for headaches. They might rub it on their temples. Just remember to dilute it, because you might not like that, might start to burn. I've known people who did that, and, they had 2 red dots right here from the essential oil. So you might want to dilute it. Okay. Just so it doesn't, it's not too sensitive for your skin. All right. Some of the various uses for peppermint. I mean, look at this list, just unbelievable. I mean, I had no idea it was, you could use it for autism, right? It's good for just so many things, right? It's almost like from top to bottom of your body, it's good for. So it's just really, it's an oil that everybody should have, because when you need it, you're going to want to make sure that you got it. I keep mine in my shower. I add it to my shampoo, and it's just super awesome in your shampoo. It'll give you like a tingly, but it's really good for your scalp. So after class, I want to hear about how you are using peppermint oil. All right, next I want to talk about lemon. Multiple benefits for lemon. Lemon is probably one of the most versatile. I mean, it's, I have a bottle upstairs here. I have a bottle downstairs. It's just, you need it for so many things, right? Look at all of these things that it's good for: blood pressure, colds, concentration, constipation, depression, varicose veins, right? My goodness, kidney stones. This is an awesome oil, and it's also a very cheap oil. All right, so there's no reason not to have this in your home. Good way to start the day is a drop of lemon in your water. Okay. After class, I want to hear about how you are using lemon. All right, now this was what I told you I wanted to talk a little bit about: lemongrass. It's an oil that for many years I kind of avoided. Why? Because the smell is very strong. It's a very strong, pungent smell. Okay. And it was only because I didn't know how to use it properly. Sometimes I would overdo it, right? Just a little bit. So I have it diffusing downstairs right now. I've almost, for the past month, I've been keeping lemongrass and peppermint going. Why? It's very good for bugs. And this is definitely the season for bugs, right? I open up my front door and, they're little ants, they got their little trails going, right? So I just squirt some lemongrass and peppermint just around my door frame to keep them little buggers outside, not coming inside, right? I don't want to kill bugs, right? So just don't come in the house and we're all good, right? So lemongrass and peppermint, very, very handy. Put it in a little spray bottle, glass spray bottle, shake it up before using it, spray it around, whether you have a window open, like I always open up my window in the morning. It's closed now because it's hot outside, but I spray that lemongrass and peppermint and don't have a lot of problem with the bugs. Alrighty, so again, lemongrass, look at this. I just recommended this to somebody that I know for cholesterol this morning. Going to bring them a bottle tomorrow. Very, very good for cholesterol. It's kind of like a rotor-rooter for your arteries and veins. Look at this: cystitis, bladder infection, gastritis, hernias. Good for vision. Now, I don't know how you would use that. You certainly are not dropping this in your eyes, okay? Don't anybody be dropping lemongrass in your eyes. You can't blame me because I said that. No lemongrass in the eyes. Lactose intolerance, right? Mental fatigue, sprains, tissue repair. UTIs, very, very good for UTIs, okay? If you're somebody who is susceptible, put a drop in your water every day, okay? If it's just a little shot glass, put a drop in it down the hatch. Just do it every day if you're susceptible to that. Varicose veins, okay? Very, very helpful oil and very, very cheap, okay? I have bottles of this. I don't know. I just, you know, I'm always given, I think I've given lemongrass away more than any other oil. All right. Now, because of the fact that we're talking a little bit about lemon, I kind of wanted to bring in, there's a few other oils that have lemon in them. Okay. Now, don't confuse this with lemon and eucalyptus. Okay. This is a different type of tree than eucalyptus. Okay. So just understand that we're not mixing two oils together here. This is a whole different type of tree, okay? Lemon eucalyptus is just a common name for this particular tree. It's also called the lemon scented gum and the blue spotted gum tree, okay? So despite its name, it is not citrus, okay? Like lemon myrtle and lemongrass oil, it simply has a lemony aroma, okay? So it smells very, very good for bugs, okay? It's refreshing, cleansing, uplifting, is very good for the skin, good for you know, maybe the countertop, those types of surfaces, but it's very, very good for bugs, okay? Studies have shown that lemon eucalyptus is 97% effective to repel mosquitoes for up to 4 hours. That right there is a reason to use it. Right? Look at how effective it is. The CDC confirms that lemon eucalyptus oil is more effective than DEET to repel mosquitoes. Who is going to purchase lemon eucalyptus now, right? We all want lemon eucalyptus, right? Put it in a little spray bottle. Put a little bit of fractionated coconut oil in there. Get it on your skin, right? Don't have to worry about them little buggers, right? It's an incredible cleansing agent, both for airborne pathogens and on surfaces, okay? Really, really neat stuff here. Can actively disrupt and destroy the biofilm that surrounds and protects Candida albicans. What is that? Yeast, okay? Very, very good stuff here. All righty, how about the lemon myrtle oil, okay? Is held high as the queen of the lemon herbs. Lemon myrtle never fails to enchant your mind and senses. That's obviously their little spiel here, little salesy spiel. But it's more lemony than even lemon. Isn't that really interesting how it can smell more lemony than even a lemon oil? It's a natural antiseptic, a natural decongestant. It's used in the treatment of respiratory problems, infectious diseases, and neurological disorders, okay? Might be a good oil to just give it a shot. Now here are some awesome diffuser blends that I found online. This is called Friday's Pleasure. 4 drops of grapefruit, 3 drops of lime, 3 drops of lemon myrtle, and 2 drops of peppermint. Now that sounds very, I wouldn't use this when you're trying to go to bed, because I think it's definitely a pick-me-up type of oil. So just be careful. Here is a diffuser blend called Shine. Who wouldn't want to be right there right about now? And here is one called Sunshine. Now this one sounds like something that I would definitely like to try. All right, wanted to talk really, really quickly about the doTERRA Adaptiv, okay? Maria, if you're on this call, if you want to add anything to what I'm saying, I will give you a couple minutes at the end of class to go ahead and speak on this a little bit. But the doTERRA Adaptiv Essential Oil System, very, very helpful, and it's definitely worth trying. Okay, so how does it work? It works through your limbic system and it works systemically. All right, so for stress relief, you've got the oils of lavender, neroli, magnolia, and sweet gum. Okay, for the uplifting, you've got your wild orange and you have your spearmint. For your soothing is rosemary and copaiba. Okay, so you have your adaptive touch, you have your adaptive oil that you could use for the diffusing, and then you actually have your adaptive soft gels. Okay, and those are going to be what would help systemically. Okay, so you're going to get the internal benefits. Okay. Okay, helps your body, helps your mind deal with stressful times. You can buy these individually, you can buy the whole system together. And again, like I say, look at those awesome, awesome oils that are in the system. So again, that lavender, it's the queenly calms, right? I don't know where that queenly word comes from, but calms and relaxes. Rosemary, neroli, magnolia, copaiba, which is very, very good for your neurological system. Spearmint, wild orange, very, very uplifting. There's no way that you can, not be happy when you're diffusing or somehow getting those oils into your body. All right, this is something I really don't talk too much about. And this is the touch, the aromatherapy touch blends. All right. Now this actually comes in a box. Okay. And you get all 6 of these in a box, or you could buy them separately as well. But I absolutely love them. I use them, not all of them, but in particular, the cheer, the motivate. So the cheer is very, very good for cheerfulness, of course, happiness. You've got the console, very, very good for comforting. You've got the forgive, motivate, passion, for feelings of joy and even to counteract negative. I don't know how well these things work, but I know that I love the way that they smell. And I do understand that the way to your emotions is often through smell. So, I really do love the way that they smell, and I use them. Alrighty, the Serenity. This was one of the first oils, this and Citrus Bliss, actually, one of the first oils that I literally fell in love with. And this is just, just showing just how you can use them. Very, very good for, for sleep, those types of things to, just to put the mind at rest, right? Because oftentimes that's why we can't sleep, right? And so, we all have our little, strategies as to how, we calm our mind down. I know I'm always racing a million miles an hour, but having those strategies. I know I always put diffusers in my diffuser before I go to sleep. Sometimes I use Serenity, but a lot of times I use other oils, copaiba, frankincense. I love those oils for sleep, but Serenity is definitely one of them. So if you're having trouble calming down, settling down for the night, resting at night, if maybe you wake up a lot at night or you have trouble going to sleep, this is definitely something to try. Alrighty, so once again, sleep, stress, and anxious feelings, restlessness, good for skincare. This is a wonderfully smelling perfume. Okay, so if you want something that's going to make you smell good, this will definitely make you smell good. All right, I wanted to talk about a couple of these soft gels here real quick. We just talked about Serenity, but I wanted to talk about this On Guard, Zendocrine, Tri-Ease, and Digest Zen. So Zendocrine, look at what's in this, first of all. Tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper berry, cilantro. I mean, my goodness, what wonderful things that you're putting in your body, right? But it's purifying. It actually helps to detox. It helps support the liver and the gallbladder. Now, we all understand that the liver is our detox system in our body, okay? Your liver it does so much for your body. I mean, everything that you take in as it moves through your digestive system, it directly goes in to the hepatic vein and to the liver directly. So everything is being filtered, right? So whether you're eating things that are maybe, less than pure or whatever, chemicals, MSGs, all of those bad things, they all have to be pulled out in the liver before it's sent on its merry way to your heart and to your lungs, and then of course systemically. The liver handles that. This particular soft gel helps the liver to detox its own self. Okay, so it cleanses the body of toxins. Tri-Ease. Now this is a wonderful, wonderful soft gel. It's a supplement that is very good for people who have seasonal allergies. You know, maybe you find yourself sneezing, whatever's in the air, especially I know down here in the South, there's always some kind of crazy stuff going on in the air. This is very, very good. Like I was taking this, I think I started it, I don't know, maybe February or March. And then I stopped taking it, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago or so. You know, just when those allergy times are high. Now I don't really get allergies, but every once in a while I will get affected by what's going on outside. So this is very, very good for those seasonal threats. And what's in it? Lemon, peppermint, and lavender. Simple, right? Simple. If you don't want to buy the Tri-Ease and you do suffer from allergies, a shot glass, I should say, with water, 1 drop of each of those. 1 drop of lemon, 1 drop of peppermint, 1 drop of lavender. Do it 2 or 3 times a day, and there you go. That's your allergy buster. Digest Zen. Not enough could be said about this awesome soft gel, right? Digestive issues are one of the most common issues that people deal with, right? So what Digest Zen has in it is everything possible that would be good for the digestive system. Ginger, peppermint, caraway seed, coriander seed, anise, tarragon, and fennel. Okay, so when you open it up and you take a sniff, it smells like, you know, very strong black licorice, right? I like black licorice, but not everybody does. But this is very, very good for your digestive system. And then there's the Slim and Sassy Metabolic Blend. Is there anybody out there that takes this? If you do, I would like to hear from you after class. Look at what's in here. Grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, cinnamon, right? Cinnamon is very, very good for your metabolism. Very, very good for diabetes as well. But this is an awesome, awesome soft gel. DDR Prime. Now, this is not just your ordinary supplement, okay? This is a cellular complex, okay? So it works on the cells, okay? It supports healthy cellular integrity, all right? You can actually use this oil in a massage, but it has very, very important antioxidant benefits. Antioxidants. Clove is one of the highest, if not the highest, antioxidant on the planet, okay? So as you can see, clove is in there. Not just clove bud. There's a difference, okay? So just a very, very good cellular complex, DDR Prime. Now, there are people who take this, and if you do, if you want to say a few things after class, you're more than welcome. On Guard. Now, this is something that I've been taking this for a while. I have not been taking it for the past few months. I do need to start taking it here within the next couple months once fall time starts hitting us, because this is very, very good for, you know, just to boost your immune system, strengthens it. Very, very good. I just don't remember the last time I got a cold or the flu or anything like that. So what's in this? Wild orange peel, once again, that clove bud, black pepper seed, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus leaf, oregano leaf, rosemary leaf, melissa leaf. This has got some really, really good stuff in it, all right? Copaiba, okay? Who takes copaiba, okay? What does this do, okay? It supports cardiovascular, immune, digestive, nervous system. This particular oil targets so many of our body systems, okay? This is a very, very good supplement to be taking. And of course, there's Deep Blue, Sharon's favorite. Sharon talked about it last week, so I figured, well, let me go ahead and get this slide up here. Look at what's in this, right? This is actually really, really interesting. The frankincense and the pomegranate and the turmeric. This is a beautiful, beautiful supplement. Something very good to just add into an already healthy lifestyle. Alrighty, here are the best ways to get these oils into your life. You can get the small. This is just a very, these are, okay, let me restart this. These are 10 must-have oils, okay? These must be in everybody's household, right? Because these oils, you are going to need these oils at some time or another. This has these are another 10 oils, but these are larger bottles, and this substitutes a couple of them with Adaptiv, with Copaiba, and with Balance. So if you want a neurological, maybe you've got maybe a child that suffers from autism or ADHD or something like that, this is definitely the kit to go ahead and purchase. And then of course there is the Healthy Habits. This gives a lot of the supplements, Terrazyme, PB Assist, both of which I did not talk about today, but these are very good supplements. And then of course the Lifelong Vitality, which is right there in the center of that picture, XC Omega, Microplex VMZ, and Alpha CRS. I will take these supplements until I die. Why? Because they are very good. Okay, and I definitely have noticed a difference in my health, my vitality, and that's exactly why it's called Lifelong Vitality. That is the end of my presentation. I am going to, I don't know what is going on with this right now here. Screen share has stopped. Okay. Alrighty, did I stop sharing my screen? Okay. I don't know what's going on with my Zoom this morning, but something's up with it. Let me go ahead and end